You ran the regression. Excel spat out a table full of numbers. You do not understand any of these numbers. Today, I'm breaking down every number, plain English, step by step. Meet Sarah. She's a sales executive, and her boss just walked in with one question. Does advertising actually increase our sales? No pressure, right? Sarah pulls 15 months of data, sales revenue, advertising spend, both in thousands of dollars. She runs a simple linear regression in Excel, and this is what comes back. Y hat equals 15.5 plus 4.5 times x. R squared 0.88, p-value 0.02. A wall of numbers staring back at her. What does any of it actually mean? Let's crack it open. Run a regression in Excel and you get three sections. Section 1, regression statistics. Section 2, ANOVA. Section 3, coefficients. Sounds intimidating? It isn't. Because today we are only focusing for 5 numbers inside Sarah's output. The intercept, the slope, R squared, the p-value, and one complete written answer. 5 numbers, that's the whole game. Let's find them. Number 1, the intercept. Find it in section 3. First row, coefficient column 15.5. Intercept means when advertising spend is 0, Sarah's estimated sales are $15,500. But here's the catch. 0 advertising never actually happened in her data. So this number is mostly a mathematical starting point, not a real-world prediction. Leave that caution out on an exam and you will lose marks. Number 2, the slope. This is the star of the show. Find it in section 3, add spend row, coefficient column 4.5. This one number matters more than everything else in the output combined. Here's the template. Learn it word for word. It will save you on every exam you ever take. For every additional 1 unit increase in X, Y increases by B units on average, holding all other factors constant. Now watch it work with Sarah's numbers. For every additional $1,000 Sarah spends on advertising, sales increase by $4,500 on average, holding all other factors constant. Say that sentence and you've just answered the whole question. 3 phrases. Miss 1 and the marker stops reading. Harsh, yes. True, also yes. 1. On average, regression gives you the average relationship, not a perfect prediction for every single month. 2. Holding all other factors constant. We're isolating advertising's effect, assuming price, season, and competition stay unchanged. 3. Check the direction. Here it's positive 4.5. More ads, more sales. But if the slope were negative 3, you'd write decreases by 3,000, not increases. Direction matters. Number 3, R squared. Find it in section 1. Second row, 0.88. In plain English, 88% of the swings in Sarah's sales are explained by her advertising spend. So what about the other 12%? Price, season, competition, factors that aren't even in this model. Always say it out loud. The remaining 12% may reflect other factors not included in this model. Number 4, the p-value. This is where you prove it's not just luck. Find it in section 3. Add a spend row, p-value column 0.02. Compare it to alpha 0.05. 0.02 is less than 0.05. So yes, we reject the null, meaning that advertising spend has a statistically significant positive effect on sales. One more thing, always use the p-value for your X variable, not the intercept. That trips people up constantly. for mistakes. Almost everyone makes at least one. Let's make sure you don't. 1. Advertising increases sales by 4.5. Wrong. You dropped the units, the on average, and the holding constant. 2. The intercept means sales are always 15,500. Wrong. You forgot 0 is outside the data range. 3. R squared of 0.88 means the model is perfect. Wrong. 88% explained still leaves 12% unexplained. 4. Advertising causes higher sales. Wrong. Regression never proves causation. Say, associated with never causes. Now let's put it all together. The full answer start to finish. Y hat equals 15.5 plus 4.5 times x. The slope of 4.5 means for every additional $1,000 in advertising, sales increase by $4,500 on average, holding all other factors constant. P equals 0.02 less than 0.05, reject the null. Advertising has a statistically significant positive effect on sales. The intercept of 15.5 suggests baseline sales of 15,500 when advertising is 0. Use with caution since 0 sits outside the data. R squared equals 0.88. 88% of the variation in sales is explained by advertising. The rest may reflect other factors. Screenshot this slide. Same structure works for every regression on every exam forever. In every regression output, there are 5 things you must find, understand, and interpret. Here they are. 1. Intercept. Y. When x is 0, add the quotient. 2. Slope. Change in y per 1 unit increase in x on average, holding everything else constant. 3. R squared. Percentage explained, always mention what's left over. 4. P-value under 0.05, significant. At or above, not significant. 5. The full answer, complete sentences, units, direction on average, holding all else constant. All right, your turn. Let's see if it stuck. A student analyst runs a regression. Y is exam score. X is study hours. Intercept 8.00, p-value 0.15. Study hours 3.20, p-value 0.001. R squared 0.76. Sample size 20. 4 questions. 1. Write the regression equation. 2. Interpret the slope in one full sentence. 3. Is study hours statistically significant and how do you know? 4. What does an R squared of 0.76 tell you? Pause the video right now. Give all 4 a real shot. Let's check your work. 1. Y hat equals 8.0 plus 3.2 times x. 2. For every additional 1 hour of study, exam score increases by 3.2 points on average, holding all other factors constant. 3. Yes, p equals 0.001 less than 0.05. Reject the null. Study hours has a statistically significant positive effect on exam score. 4. 76% of the variation in exam scores is explained by study hours. The remaining 24% may reflect other factors. Ability, sleep, revision style. Got all 4? Excellent work. And that's how you read a regression output. Every number, plain English, no guesswork. Next time we go bigger, multiple regression, 2 or more x variables, same rules, just more rows. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe and drop a comment which number confused you most. See you in the next one.